Well, we have news again from Iran now. This is about drought, and there will be mass evacuation from the city of Tehran. The ancient city of Tehran will be evacuated if the situation continues. Well, there we go again, right? So you didn't saw this coming, right? Where were your think tanks and all that? There was no rain. This is the first climate change victim, but look at the other region, right? The same region, what Saudi Arabia has done. Desalinization. They heavily invested in desalinization plant, right? For drinking water. It's expensive plant, but they got the priority right. So what this Iranian regime's been doing? They're just buying bombs and bombs and bombs, drones, and they want to destroy Israel, death to America. What kind of politics is that? That's medieval politics, mate. Seriously, this is medieval politics. What are you doing? What's your planning is? Urban planning and all that. They've been selling all these lollipops since 1979, right? Religious lollipop. People are sick of them. This is the most unpopular regime on this planet now. All they do is target women. Oh, you have to wear a scarf, right? Fair enough. All these mullahs have Land Cruiser, multiple wives, and they're living a lavish lifestyle, right? So where's the money going, mate? The money, they have a recent increase of 200% increase in defense budget, right? $46 billion just spend on defense, they want to destroy Israel. Why do you have an obsession with destroying Israel and America? Just play a neutral foreign policy, man. Get rid of these religious regime. This is a dying regime. Now we have a climate change, and they need to evacuate the Tehran. This is going to exacerbate their unpopularity really on to next level. And not to forget that this region is very susceptible for earthquake as well. There will be earthquake as well, I think, because the region history, Iran gets loads of earthquake. That will be just a cherry on top. You know what this regime is doing, buying all these weapons of mass destruction, and the planning is completely wrong, right? Making these Shahab drones and selling it to Ukraine and Russia to bomb. Their own citizens are dying really from inflation, hyperinflation, sanctions, U.S. sanctions, and all these bad policies, right? Why they dream about a Shia empire, right? 1979, go back to Khomeini revolution, and he came in, and they just want to spread Shiaism around the globe. They want to spend the Iranian money, taxpayer money, on terrorist organizations like Hamas and Hezbollah, and their obsession with total destruction of Israel. Well, look at the neighbors, man. What's the other countries are doing? Saudi Arabia has accepted Israel. Qatar has done it. UAE has done it. They have a neutral foreign policy. What their ambitions are not militarily, right? Your ambitions are military. Nuclear bombs. You want to clear. You want to be a nuclear, so you can do nuclear blackmailing, like North Korea is doing. It's shambolic, right? So get a grip, man. Seriously, you need to resign and leave this country like you did in shame, and give the country back to the democratic factions, man. Well, listen to the Iranian public in diaspora living in Iran and in Britain, the countries. They want the king back to the, they want to get rid of this religious regime, and they want to bring the king back with a neutral foreign policy, and they want to do trade, right? And bring prosperity to this country and finish this nonsense total destruction of Israel or America. No one can destroy America because Israel is America, America is Israel, right? So just be honest, it's the 54th state of America. So going for war with Israel means you're going to war with America. America will be destroyed when it is nearly destroyed by itself from within. It will be, no foreign power can destroy America. Let's be honest. Let's get this in your head, right? So no foreign. Trump is doing a great job destroying his own country. He's doing a great job. Let Trump do the job and finish the job and stop this nonsense, man. Really. Well, Trump is kicking off all these migrants, this Nazism and neo-Nazi ideology. They're doing great. Leave them. So going back to 1979, we have a king. But again, we don't want a king in Iran. The king was not right either in his head, right? He's spending money, blowing up money on parties, and spending a lavish lifestyle. We need a democratic regime. This guy, this is the Iranian president. Look, this guy is Mossadegh. This is the Iranian Prime Minister Mossadegh, 1953, and he stood up against the West, and he went for the nationalization of the oil. Well, the British were stealing it, you know what I mean? That back then, the France was stealing all the resources for Suez Canal, and Jamal Nasser stood up. This guy stood up, and the Iranian king basically got him done for it and put him to house arrest, and he died in house arrest. So Mossadegh said, look, mate, you can't steal our oil, and we have to nationalize it. So back then, obviously, this was the problem. So he was a great person, great democrat, and a great revolutionary, and he did it. But the king wasn't happy. So you don't want the king either. Obviously, he's a traitor anyway. So you want democracy. You need to get this foreign policy right for the sake of Iranian public. Do yourself a favor, and do them a favor. Just leave this country, Great Persian Empire or whatever. Get a neutral foreign policy, right? For the sake of fucking, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ, man. Seriously, what a joke these mullah regimes are. You're just a tyrant. So back in days, well, we used to have Catholic and Protestant. Now we have Shia Sunni empires fighting each other. This is a Shia empire, and they want Khomeini charter is to spread Shiism all around the globe. It's a failed strategy. Need to be changed now. Well, look at your neighbors, man. Saudi Arabia and everyone has recognized Israel. Just finish this anti-Israel, rhetoric, and stop selling lollipop and bring people like this, in the country, democratic, and who can understand business and world trade. You don't need all these, Look at Japan. What Japan did, man. Japan was completely finished with the nuclear bomb. Everyone, they start selling. They never said that to America. They start selling their equipment. Making brilliant cars, Panasonic. The American president used to listen on the phone, and they're made in Japan, a Panasonic, right? This is the revolution, industrial revolution, not this bullshit medieval ideology, right? Debt to America, debt to Israel. Come on, man, we are sick of it. Now, are you gonna evacuate Tehran? This is international embarrassment, man. Who are you going to blame? There's no water. You never invested in anything. You never invested in infrastructure, in trade. So look at the situation. So you need to spend your money on the right priorities. Stop these jingoist ideas, man. And you need to get real strategy in place, you know what I mean? Tackle climate change. Stop buying weapons of mass destruction. This will take it nowhere. This will end up in the total destruction of Iran. Obviously, your regime is dead now. So you need to replace, or you need to invest in right money to invest in your neighbor. Make a pipeline towards from Pakistan. There's water there. So this will take another 10 years. Invest in desalinization. Get rid of these jingoist ideas and global regime change, because the other countries are not happy with you. So this is my suggestion, you know what I mean? Sell your oil into international market, in an open market, which will benefit your people and increase your popularity and bring the inflation down. So sanctions will be lifted. Just obsession with total anti-Israel debt to America is not going to take you anywhere. Come on, man. We all know that. This will result in total destruction of Iran. So stop buying weapons of mass destruction and act as a neutral state and work on your public prosperity. Stop buying weapons, man. Seriously. You need to change this policy. So back in days, the Mossadegh, they got rid of him and they brought this guy, the king, and the king was spending all the money, and then they brought this King Ali Raza Pahlavi. They got rid of him, and Khomeini was in exile in France. There was a CIA coup, supported coup, and CIA brought Khomeini. But they just went on Shia charter, and they went to spread Shiism all over the world, which is really not working. Well, thanks for watching my channel, and there's more suggestions.